Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. It's massively appreciated. So, as the video title says, what do we have here? I finally know what we have here, and it's taken a while for me to get to the bottom of it. So, I think this is a rather cool thing for my collection. Now I know. I was going to say now I know 100% what it is. What would you say? I'm 95% confident I know what this is. So, little story behind this, and I'll bring the camera over in a bit and we'll get a close-up of it. I understand this doesn't look great as a car, but it's not about the car. Sorry for the noise. Or it's not about the shell, it's about the car. Look at that. Look at it. Yeah. And by the end of this video, it's going to look better. So, how this got to me. So, you regulars will have definitely 100% heard me talk about my good friend Dennis. Dennis gives me cars, lets me borrow cars so I can make videos of cars that I haven't got. I think we've probably done 6 or 7 videos now, and this is what this was. Dennis bought this, and I remember he bought it a while ago, and I remember he sent me pictures of it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." The big thing was it was obviously a Tamiya F1 car, but it had an Exotec aftermarket part on it, which is really cool. So I'd forgotten about it. Anyway, Dennis said, what normally happens is, Dennis is a couple of hours away from me, but his brother, Ken, shout out to Ken, is literally like 15 minutes away. So when Ken visits Dennis, Dennis gives Ken the car, he drives back, and then I go to Ken's, pick the car up, come here, make a video over a couple of days, and then take the car back to Ken, and next time he's up at Dennis's, he gives it back. So that's what we've been doing for, I don't know, probably nearly 2 years now, I think. Anyway, Dennis lets me know that this one's coming to me to make a video on. I was like, all right, cool. Anyway, Goz picks it up, and I'm just sat here looking at it. I'm like, that's quite a thing, that. And the more and more I was staring at it, and here's the bizarre thing. The more and more I'm staring at it, I'm thinking, do I want to buy this off him? First of all, I didn't even know if it was for sale, but I was like, do I want to buy this? Do I want this in my collection? And my initial thinking was just as a display piece, not even with the shell on, just as it is. And I was this happened in a space of like 3 hours after I picked it up. So I messaged Dennis and I was like, is this for sale by any chance? And I don't remember mind if it was going to be expensive, and it's not something I wanted in my collection. There was just something about it that I kind of thought it was pretty special. So I messaged Dennis, and he comes back and he says, yeah, he says, to you, it was 130 Canadian dollars. That's nothing, to be honest, for an F1 car. So that breaks 130 Canadian dollars is like 74 quid, 74 sterling. So 74 quid for this. Not a massive amount of money. So anyway, said, all right, I'll take it. And I was begrudgingly, it was so strange. I kind of, as soon as I paid for it, which I did kind of instantly, I kind of regretted it. I was like, what am I going to do with that? And it wasn't because of the money, you know, it was just like, I bought something and I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. Anyway, so I put it to the side, it was paid for, it was mine, and come back to it a couple of days later, trying to determine. So what I knew was, and I'm no expert on Tamiya F1 cars, what I knew was, or what I thought I knew was, it's a Tamiya F104 chassis with some Exotec conversion parts on it. That was it. So I did some digging around about the Exotec parts, because I didn't know what's Exotec and what's Tamiya, and very little information out about that stuff, so I kind of gave up on it. The one thing on this car that really intrigued me was the gunmetal alloy in different places. So there's a gunmetal alloy front suspension mount. There's a, I don't know what you call it, but there's an, on the sort of a bulkhead, it's blue on either side, but it's got this, again, like gun, they call it gunmetal, but it's kind of a goldish effect alloy. And also the diff housings are that colour, and the, what do you call them, the outer axles on both sides. And this black shock, when I first saw the shock, I thought someone's just, I really wanted it to have a blue TRF shock on it. And I started looking, I was going to change it to blue, and I was going to change some of these bits to blue. Anyway, I couldn't figure out what the actual chassis started life as, and that was quite important to me. So I've now had the car, oh my god, I don't know, 3 weeks, and that's why I'm making this video today, because I think I know what the car started life as. And if I'm right, this makes this a very, very, very cool piece of stuff. I don't know what the word is. It's just, it's a collection item for me, which I'm not making any sense, am I? I'll tell you what it is. I believe this started life out as the Tamiya F104 X1 kit. Now that was a limited release kit in 2011. That kit was not full carbon, but it had all the parts on exactly the same colour, and more importantly, the black shock. And it's a TRF shock, it's just black. So the X1 kit, they did this, and it's a lovely colour alloy. So I started digging around, and I found a Tamiya promo video of it as well. And when I saw that, I was like, yep, 100% that's what this was. At the end of this video, when I do the outro, I'll play you, it's about a minute long, I'll play the Tamiya promo, because you'll see how the car started, what it should have looked like. But at the end of that video, you also see it running on a track, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, and then, and just, this is how this has all come about. I posted on my Tamiya Legends Instagram page, first thing this morning, of pictures I've taken of this car, and a guy comes back on, sorry, I hope you're not watching, because I didn't take your name, and he went, that's an F1R. So I didn't know what that meant, so I went back and said, hey, you know, what does F1R mean? And then he comes back and he said, that's what the Exotec conversion kit was called. Cool. Now I had something to go on. Jumps onto Google, types it in. Not a massive amount of information about the F1R conversion kit, but there's enough pictures for me to work out what you get. So, yes, the car started life out as a Tamiya F104 X1, and then almost had the full Exotec F1R conversion kit put on it. So like the blue bulkheads and this blue alloy here and the blue standoffs and stuff like that. Servo mount is blue. Possibly the wing, both front and back wings are Exotec as well. Don't know. I think they differ from the standard F104 X1 kit. Not that it matters, because these are interchangeable. So yeah, I was like, all right, now I know what I've got. And right now, it floats my boat just because I know what it is. So 100% keeping it. It's going to go in the collection. We're going to do a few little things to it in this video just to liven it up slightly and basically have it ready to put in the display. But yeah, sorry for that, but I thought it was a bit long-winded. But I'm kind of really chuffed. I even put pictures of this on the Tamiya Legends Facebook group. That's got 40,000 members. Not one person said it was an X1. Not many people commented actually, and it was that's a mishmash of different bits and the list of cars, but the X1 was not there. And I think that's because they won't. It was a limited release. It's an F1 car, so Tamiya won't have made a shed load of them. So to have the X1 bits plus full Exotec, or not full, but a lot of the Exotec conversion on it, as a whole makes this a damn cool car for me in my collection, if that makes sense. And that's why I'm buzzing about it, to be honest. So what I'll do now is I'll bring the camera over and we'll have a good look at the car, and then I'm just going to do some little tweaks to it just to liven it up very slightly. Let's get into this. Right, so yeah, this is cool. So there's the colour of that alloy I was telling you about. They call it, Tamiya actually call it gunmetal. but it's more goldish to me. But yeah, and then let's cover the gunmetal stuff first, and then this big bit here. And then if you see, actually I'll turn it round. It doesn't work, but if you can, let me see if I can get this at a better angle for you. You see the diff housings and on all this bit here is that gold colour. And then that black shock, which I presumed was aftermarket, but it's not. So, sorry, I bloody need this in picture, don't I? Yeah, so the Exotec bit kit, it's quite an involved kit actually. Let me just lift that up slightly. So as you can see, it's full carbon. So you've got your main chassis, you've got this second piece of carbon, you've also got 2 pieces of carbon here and another bit here. So all that comes with the kit. Everything blue on it is Exotec. And it's just, yeah, it's just damn cool. Let me just put that back down to show you the suspension hole. So front suspension that's it. Now rear suspension is pretty cool, and I guess that was the point of or probably the main point for the Exotec F1R conversion kit. So if I press down on body post, you'll see the TRF shock compressing. So that's how that works. But you've also got a damper that runs across here and some little springs down here. And what that does, that allows the car to do that. That's kind of cool, isn't it? As well as obviously, as well as a downward motion, you've got a little bit of, can't remember what it's called now, articulation, is that the right word? Which I guess would be pretty huge for grip on an F1 car, for traction. Yeah, damn cool indeed. So what I'm going to do now, I want to have a look at this back end, so let's just take the wheels off. Right, so yeah, this is the bit I wanted to see. Really nice, isn't it? Really nice. Love that colour of alloy. And that's obviously on both sides. So this bit here, this black thing here, is actually alloy. And in the promo video, Tamiya make a point of telling you that this is a counterweight. To obviously level it all up. It would have been nice if that was in that same beautiful alloy colour. But yeah, I'm a massive fan of this colour. It's really nice. And yeah, it's just, you're probably watching this video going, well, I don't understand why he's so into this. It's just because, you know, it started life out as a rare-ish F1 kit from Tamiya. And then obviously then it gets touched with the Exotec goodness, which is just awesome. There's the Exotec sticker. Yeah, I'm very happy indeed with this. So cool. Right, what I'm just going to do, I'm going to dig out some tyre decals for it, some blue wheel nuts. I just want to bring the wheels alive, and I want to see if I've got some F104 decals left over from my Pro 2 build, because I'd just like to put some F104 decals, maybe on the wing sides and whatever. Anyway, I'll go get that done. I might even take the body post off, because this is display piece only. Right, so all I've done, I've got some brand new blue wheel nuts to put on. It'll just make a big difference. Geeky, I know, but I like it. I've had the shock off and cleaned it. There was a lot of muck in it, and I've reversed it. This is the way it was on the kit. And I've done the tyre decals with the P0 MCI tyre decals, and they just absolutely bring the wheels to life. So hence why the blue wheel nuts as well. What else did I do? And unfortunately, I don't have any decals. I don't have any F104 decals to put on it. So maybe in the future. In fact, I'll have a quick look now. Maybe just a nice Tamiya logo. Just a nice Tamiya logo there maybe would go well. Possibly. Anyway, let's build that back up. And that is now finished. And I'm loving that. Again, just remember what it is. It's just a showpiece for the collection, chassis only. But yeah, I've certainly livened it up. The MCI tyre decals do all the work. They look amazing. Now the blue wheel nuts, they look good. No body posts. Just a few Tamiya logos on the wing. And rightly or wrongly, what I have done, I've kind of bodged a sticker just to put on the chassis. F104 X1. Yeah, I know it's not the best, but and it'll also remind me in years to come what it actually is, because I probably will forget about it. That is awesome. Yeah, it's crazy for going through all the emotions of like, do I really want this? And then when I bought it, oh God, what am I going to do with it? To now having it like this, once it's in the cabinet lit up, pretty special, to be honest, pretty damn special. Just one thing I will say, in case anyone's noticed, the carbon upper arms, that's only carbon wrap. That's not genuine carbon. Oh, do you know what? I'm over the moon with that. That is really cool. It's one of them things, again, where it was something that I never envisaged having in my collection, but I gotta be honest, I think it's kind of special, if I'm honest. I think it's definitely a nice to have. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I'm over the moon with that. So yeah, that's it. Finished. I'm over the moon with that. Daft as it sounds. It was a gut feeling thing from the very beginning when I first saw it. Maybe I knew I could make it how I wanted it to have it in the collection, if that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, I had quite an array of different emotions from the very beginning, and now I've just seen it, and again, it's the tyre decals that do the work, but just with the other little bits I've done, it's just, when it's in the collection, it's going to look superb. So yeah, stick in the comments what you think, and stick in the comments if you're 100% sure it's not an X1. That would upset the apple cart for me, but I think I've shown enough to show you it is. And now I'm going to play you the Tamiya promo video, where you'll see all the, what they call gunmetal alloy colour bits, and this is what this car has, and that black shock, which I think it's a black shock, which is the 100% giveaway to what it is. Yeah, cool. Dennis and Ken, if you're watching, massive thank you, as always. Yeah, kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, weird video, but hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thanks so much for clicking on one of my videos. And now I'll take my hands out of my pockets and I'll give you a double thumbs up and say, you know what I'm going to say. Yeah, that's right. Happy arseing.